The June Board of Ed meeting. Please rise for a salute to the flag, followed by a moment of silence for the mother of Laura Espinoza, Michael Levesque, the father of Mary Di Gregorio, the husband of Kelly Jones, and the residents of Uvalde, Texas. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Item D, approval of minutes, and item E, acknowledgement and acceptance of financial reports of budget transfers as printed. Do I have a motion?
Move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Item F, communications to the Board of Ed. Communications were received from Teresa Ross, Marilyn Rich, Jill Murphy Calderon, Teresa Ross, Chris Harkins, Lauren McHale, Glenn Hallahan, and Gina Degnan. Item G, the superintendent's report. Mr. McNamara.
Great, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for attending tonight. I'm John McNamara, Superintendent of Schools, and we certainly appreciate you spending a few minutes with us this evening. I wanted to start certainly with some thank yous to our community. We had last month we had our district budget vote, and I just want to thank the community for coming out and supporting our district budget. Our budget overwhelmingly passed. We also, at our next meeting, will be recognizing our newly elected trustees, Laura Reich, our current Board of Ed Vice President, who was reelected to a 3-year term, and Jennifer Perfetti, who will be a newcomer to our board, who's here with us this evening, but certainly not a newcomer to our community. She's been active in our school community, in our PTAs, and throughout our school community. We look forward to her joining us in the beginning of July as well. So congratulations to both of them. I also have just some recognitions we'd like to do tonight. We have 2 retirees. Athanasia Carrascos, who's one of our art teachers at the middle school and also at Wantagh Elementary, who's retiring, unable to be with us tonight, but I wanted to take a moment to recognize her. And then Margot Paulos, I believe Margot's with us this evening. Margot, was she able to be here tonight? No, maybe she is not here yet. I think she was going to join us. And just look around, I don't see her yet. But I wanted to congratulate Margot. Margot has been a teacher aide for the bulk of her time with us at Wantagh High School and last year at Wantagh Elementary. I just want to thank her for her dedicated service to the district and wish her well in her retirement. We also have some new staff that will be appointed tonight. We're certainly looking forward to a number of new teaching staff, new members of our teaching staff and new administrative staff that will be joining us. Start just by recognizing some of our administrative staff. We have a director of elementary curriculum and instruction position that will be new to us next year. We're excited to announce that Allison Hazut will be joining us in that position. Allison is coming to us with a wealth of experience. She's currently the principal at Westside Elementary School in the Cold Spring Harbor School District. Multiple years experience in New York City schools, both as a principal, assistant principal, and teacher. Really strong background in elementary curriculum and instruction, and I know she's going to bring tremendous value to our district and really be a great asset to us. So I just want to congratulate Allison. Welcome. She's here with us tonight, so congratulations and welcome, Allison. I'd also like to recognize someone who's not a new face to us, but is here with us tonight as well, and that's Dr. Whitman. Chris Whitman is our current Director of Student Services at Wantagh High School. He's going to be moving into position as Assistant Principal at Wantagh High School. Chris has been with us as a Social Studies Chairperson, Social Studies Supervisor, Director of Student Services, and now in this role as our Assistant Principal. Really complements Dr. Gazone's team well at Wantagh High School, and we look forward to everything that he'll bring to that role. So congratulations, Dr. Whitman. And then we're going to be appointing in a little bit a number of new members of our teaching staff. We had a number of retirements, and we'll have several new faces here, several of whom are here with us tonight. Jacqueline Williams will be a reading teacher at Wantagh Middle School. Emily McCann, a speech teacher at the elementary schools. Caitlin Sloan will be a grade 6 teacher at Wantagh Middle School. Eric Rodriguez, an art teacher at Wantagh Elementary School. Nick Roberts will be a math teacher at Wantagh High School. Mateo Itri, a special education teacher at Wantagh High School. We have Benjamin Grunin joining us as social studies teacher at Wantagh High School. Aaron Smith will be a district-wide social worker for us. Kimberly Miller, library media specialist, and Patrick Chin will be an ENL teacher for us at Wantagh L and Wantagh Middle School. So congratulations and welcome to the Wantagh family, all of our new appointees. For all of our positions, we had rigorous interview process, demonstration lessons, committee feedback. I thank our district team for all of our administrative staff for leading that process. So the folks that we just announced had gone through a pretty extensive process with us, and we know we really have some excellent candidates here. So congratulations to all of you. All right, just shifting gears, our COVID update that we do each month. You can see this is our district stats for the overall for the year in terms of number of reported cases. Much lighter June. We talked last month about the increase in May, but so far this month off to a much better start with just 15 cases across the district. And as always, all this data is available on our district website. We update that regularly. One of the things that the board has been working on, just to provide an update for our Board of Education and to the community on, has been our capital improvement plans. We've had a district committee that's been working on really taking a look at our district-wide facility needs. A couple of months ago in April, they provided a report to the Board of Education along with our district architects and engineers and construction manager of the many projects that we'd like to accomplish over the next 5 years. We have a wide range of infrastructure projects that we need to tackle, the bulk of which really focuses on our district HVAC systems, our univents in our classrooms, the heating system that we have, as well as window replacements across our districts, across our district buildings. Our district buildings range in age from 60 to over 70 years old, and all of that equipment is original equipment that needs to be updated and replaced, as well as a good amount of masonry work, roof work, a whole host of projects that are contained in there. So we've been updating the Board of Education on that work and are currently finalizing plans for that. We've created a dedicated page on our district website that really kind of outlines the process. We're really in stage 3 of that process, of a multi-step process, where we are finalizing our plans to really take a look at how we're going to finance all of these various projects. And we've outlined some of those committee reports and also done several presentations to the Board of Education. And right now in those kind of final stages of taking a look at that. And as I said, all that information is available on our district website, and we'll continue to keep the community updated as we move forward. Also, with a kind of heavy heart, we are kind of recovering from the tragedy, the awful tragedy in Texas. I know I fielded many questions from the community regarding security and safety concerns. We'll continue to update you on those things. We, going back to 2018, did a number of community forums and made a number of upgrades to our infrastructure in terms of security at that time after the tragedy in Parkland. We are going to continue to revisit that over the course of the next several months. We'll be soliciting some community feedback via survey and some forums around the topic of security in the coming months as we continue to look to improve our safety and security plans. And just to highlight, these are the areas that we focus on. It's really security is there's more to it than the infrastructure and personnel that we often talk about, but it's the ongoing training, the partnerships that we have with many different organizations, and then the ongoing mental health support and awareness pieces. Training is part of what we do, something that we do each and every day. Regular drills, coordinating with local law enforcement, receiving feedback from them. We do tabletop exercises, we do building level exercises. We've really created a strong partnership over the past several years with the Nassau County Police Department and their Homeland Security office. They've come on site and done audits for us. They participate in our drills and give us feedback. Mr. Reish and I this week attended a forum with Commissioner Ryder, along with other superintendents and board members from across the county, just reassuring us on their response and what that would be, knowing that they would approach any challenging situation with an active shooter immediately, without hesitation, and that's their training. That's what they do. We've also trained administratively through with the New York State Troopers. We did multi-hazard training with their emergency response team. That was a multi-day training that we participated in. We have our district-wide team and our building level team that meet regularly to debrief. And then we have a consultant we work with from Nassau BOCES as well that reviews our plans. Mental health, I know it's something that we've talked a lot about in recent months, but certainly a critical part of everything that we do, providing social emotional support and keeping our kids feeling connected to our schools and to our school community. And we know how critical that is. And we've talked in recent months about our partnership with Northwell Health for this upcoming year as well. Infrastructure and personnel, certainly looking to continue to strengthen that. Security vestibules, doors remaining locked, additional security cameras. We've had dozens added to our schools over the past several years, access control points. We've coordinated with Nassau County Police Department to, on a needed basis, give them access to that camera system. There's something called the RAVE app, which our administrative team has access to immediately contact the police department. We have a visitor management system that we installed over the past several years, and an automated lockdown system that we have installed over the past couple of years as well. And then ongoing additions to our security personnel. Thank you for supporting our budget this year. That will continue to add to our security personnel in our buildings. And we really focus on hiring former law enforcement officers for that. We've had we've been working with a vendor over the past several years. We're bringing more and more of our guards on to work directly for the school district as well. And then all the partnerships, as I mentioned, certainly highlighting the one with the Nassau County Police Department. There's been a noticeable difference in that partnership over the past several years. Just their continued presence in our drills, continued presence on our campuses, and just their increasing familiarity with our buildings, so that they can respond in the event of an emergency. And always keeping in mind, continue to build a climate and a culture in our buildings that is one that is welcoming to our students, and balancing that with all the security needs that we have is ongoing as well. But we'll continue to provide updates in terms of safety and security as we go through the next several months. And just checking my list here. I think that's it for me at this point. I'll turn it back over to you, Mr. Greco. Thank you.
Thank you. Item H1, report of the administration. H1, personnel actions. H1A, B, C, D, and E. Do I have a motion?
Move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Item F, G, H, I, and J. Can I have a motion?
Move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item K, L, and M. Can I have a motion?
Move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Item H2, Personnel Action, Civil Service. H2A, B, C, D, E, and F. Do I have a motion? Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Item H3, contractual and other authorizations. H3A, B, C, D, and E. Do I have a motion?
Move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Item F, G, H, I, and J. Do I have a motion?
Move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Item K, L, M, N, and O. Do I have a motion?
Move.
Second? All in favor? Aye. Item P, Q, R, S, and T. Do I have a motion? Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Item U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Do I have a motion?
Move.
Second. All in favor? Aye. We'd like to thank the New York Life Foundation for their donations, as well as the class of 2020 for their generous donation. Item double A, double B, double C. Do I have a motion? Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Item I, unfinished business. We have none. Item J, there is no new business. And 1, approval of committees on special ed and preschool special ed recommendations. Do I have a motion?
Move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. I have a motion to adjourn.
Mr. President, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Just have a few remarks this evening. Tonight marks the final meeting for Kira McLaughlin as a trustee on the Wantagh Board of Ed. Along with my fellow board members, I would like to take a minute to recognize her for her unwavering dedication and steadfast commitment to our district. Kira has served the Wantagh School District and our community for the past 9 years and has done so with grace and integrity. Over almost a decade, Kira has attended over 100 business meetings and countless planning sessions, executive sessions, some of which have lasted until the wee hours of the morning. She survived the long hours spent over the last couple of years planning for remote and hybrid learning during a pandemic. Kira has supported our students of Wantagh by attending award ceremonies, sporting events, drama productions, and concerts, and has been active in our community as she marches in dozens of parades every year and attends community events and ceremonies. She has celebrated the accomplishments and achievements of thousands of students and has also helped to bring new programs to this district for those who may have struggled along the way. As a board member, she will be truly missed. We will miss her insight that she brought as a former educator and her passion that she has for curriculum and programs. We will miss her familiarity with our special ed programs and her understanding of the procedures involved, which parents must navigate. We will miss her knowledge of board procedures and ethics, along with her well-researched data from other districts and New York State. We will miss her intellect and a forethought as we tackle challenging issues ahead, her sharp yet fair negotiating skills when we convene at the collective bargaining table, and we will miss her professional composure when faced with conflict. Kira has worked diligently over these past 9 years to build strength and strengthen this district by hiring dynamic administrators, inspiring our building leaders, engaging teachers and skilled staff members. She's overseen the upgrade of our instructional technology systems and infrastructure, along with the increase in security measures and protocols. She's put her heart into providing new programs in all our buildings in the areas of STEAM, fine arts, music, science, research, special ed, elementary reading and writing, and expanding our AP and college level and elective offerings, and redesigning our middle school curriculum, just to name a few. Kira has always moved forward with the best interests of our students, our district, and our community in mind. She has fostered lasting relationships with administrators, teachers, and staff who admire and respect her, and we know she's gained the respect and trust of an overwhelming majority of our community members, from Mandalay to Wantagh to Forest Lake. As her time on the board now comes to an end, we wish Kira the best in her next chapter. Here's to more time to spend with your husband, Brian. Watch out. Her 3 children, Jack, Maggie, and Nate, and her 2 dogs, Finn and Charlie. We want to thank you, Kira, for everything. We have a little... All right, now to our student government. Emma?
Good evening. This is my last meeting as co-president of student government, along with Angelina Maciak, who unfortunately could not be here tonight. While it may be the end of our school year, Wantagh students were just as busy as ever. Recently, junior and senior awards nights honored some of our school's top achieving students in both academics and athletics. We would like to congratulate all the students on their achievements over the years. Their hard work clearly paid off. In addition to awards nights, multiple induction ceremonies also took place. During the Fine and Performing Arts Night, inductions into the Music, Art, and Theater Honor Societies were held. Additionally, seniors who excelled in these areas were honored at this ceremony. Speaking of the arts, the band, orchestra, and chorus also performed in their spring concerts. The band performed on May 19th, while the orchestra and chorus performed on May 24th. The final concert performance of the season was held on June 9th, with the pop concert being performed by everyone in our music program. Wantagh students continue to help their community with a blood drive on May 20th. The blood drive was immensely successful thanks to the hard work of all those involved, which we greatly appreciate. Seniors involved in our theater program got to showcase their theatrical talents during the Senior Theater Showcase on June 1st. On June 6th, the varsity dinner was held for our high-achieving athletic students. During the event, our athletes were honored and various seniors earned awards for their involvement and achievements in sports. Junior prom was held on May 14th, while senior prom will be held on June 23rd. Spirit Week was held between June 2nd and June 9th. Spirit Days this year, we had some fun ones, included Twin Day, Decades Day, and Beach Day. Spirit Night was a huge success on June 8th. The classes battled it out in numerous competitions, including tug of war and basketball. The sophomore class came in first place with an impressive set of decorations for their class. In second were the seniors, with the juniors and freshmen earning third and fourth respectively. June 8th was also the last day of class for our seniors and was the day of the senior barbecue. The final day of classes for all high school students was June 13th. Angelina and myself would like to thank the Board of Ed for allowing us to speak at these meetings, and we wish everyone a wonderful summer. Thank you.
On behalf of the Board of Ed, and Emma and Angelina, we'd like to thank both of you for attending all of our meetings and reporting on the student government to the board. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedules and being here every month, and wish you both the best in all the future endeavors. Okay, the Wantagh Foundation. Forest Lake. Mandalay. Anybody from Wantagh? SEPTA? Haha, we have a winner.
Is it on now? Okay, thanks. Well, we just want to let the community know we thank everybody for supporting our fundraising efforts. This year, we were able to give out scholarships to all of the applicants, our SEPTA and Friend of SEPTA scholarships. They were rather substantial. They were $500. So congratulations to our recipients. And on, yes, well deserved. On the 21st of this month, we will be having our Friend of SEPTA award ceremony at the IMC in the middle school library at 7:30. We would love to welcome any community member who'd like to join us, so thank you.
PTA Council. Booster Club. Bandwagon. Drama Club. All right, the microphone's open.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank you for the security update. The district has an impressive security plan, and I know it's revisited annually, and I'm aware all the details are not always divulged due to safety and things like that, and I understand that completely. I'm very confident in the elements that are in place. My husband took part in the forums in 2018, as did I, but him to a greater extent. And I feel, along with many other parents, that a stronger presence is needed to protect our schools on the perimeter. If a person with a gun, an active shooter, wanted to start shooting, I know it's an uncomfortable situation to discuss, we have no one to stop them until Nassau County Police Department arrives. And while I have the utmost faith and respect for our police officers and Nassau County Police Department, those precious minutes where my child or anyone's child could be caught in a crossfire are moments that we will never get back. I would really like to request another evaluation of looking into the possibility of undercover armed security like they employ in Massapequa, as something that could be reevaluated as an option, which serves as an immediate layer of protection for an active shooter that could be on site, that could jump over the fence on Jerusalem onto our football field, or that can just drive up right in the front entrance. I mean, these things, obviously the world is a horrible place, but this is something that maybe we can possibly reevaluate this time around as an additional layer of protection. And also, this would serve as a way to employ retired police officers and military, et cetera. And these are valuable members of our community that could use that in the workforce. You did mention that a security forum or possibly some community background will take place, so I appreciate that. The second thing, I just want to follow up with an email I sent to you earlier this month regarding the community affairs program with the Nassau County Police Department. I know we have a lot of programs that we do protection-wise and involving them in the safety of our schools, and it is very much appreciated by the members of this community. I did send a list over to you on some of the community affairs programs that the Nassau County Police Department offer. Law Enforcement Appreciation Week this past year in May, I don't think we had anything that involve the students with our local police officers. I think being in such a large first responder community, that would have a very positive impact on the relationship with students and law enforcement and first responders. I think it would be very well received, and that we should have a positive reinforcement with our youth. Many of the neighboring school districts are participating in these community affairs programs that educate on drug abuse and many other things, gun safety and all that other stuff. They have quite a few different programs, and I think it would serve very well for our students and our police force. I spoke to Lieutenant Petitone. He cannot initiate a meeting. It would have to be initiated either by the district or a parent. So he did get back to me on that, so I wanted to update you. Thank you so much.
All right, seeing no other public participants, we'll officially end our public participation period. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Rich, for your comments. I know we've been in communication on some of those items, and I thank you for sharing those resources with the NCPD. We were just, as I referenced earlier, we just attended with Commissioner Ryder this week, and they provided an update on some of those programs at that meeting as well. So, we'll look into that as we go along. So thank you for that. All right.
Good night, everyone.